U.S. Senator Bob Menendez, who faces corruption charges, rejecting calls for his resignation. Speaking publicly for the very first time after his indictment, Senator Menendez denied any wrongdoing.
Right, the 69-year-old Bob Menendez is the Democrat U.S. Senator for the state of New Jersey since 2006. He is accused of taking hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes, including in gold bars and luxury cars, to use his power and help Egypt, as well as 3 New Jersey business associates.
Now, Menendez has temporarily stepped down from as chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. However, he has indicated that he will remain in office despite facing pressure to resign.
I recognize this will be the biggest fight yet, but as I have stated throughout this whole process, I firmly believe that when all the facts are presented, not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be the New Jersey's senior senator.
Now, this is the second time that Menendez is facing criminal charges. He was indicted in 2015 in a separate corruption case, which ended in mistrial due to lack of unanimous verdict. However, prosecutors claim they have enough evidence this time over. And during an FBI raid last year, officials found many items at his home. They recovered $480,000 in cash and gold bars worth over $100,000. Much of the cash was stuffed into envelopes and hidden in clothes closets and a safe.
Now, agents also reportedly found a Mercedes-Benz convertible worth more than $60,000. However, Menendez says that the cash the authorities recovered from his home was a part of his personal savings and was on hand for emergencies. Apart from Menendez, his wife and 3 other New Jersey businessmen have also been indicted. They are accused of coordinating to use Menendez's power as a senator for their personal benefit and that of Egypt. Prosecutors allege that Menendez provided sensitive U.S. government information to one of the businessmen who had won a lucrative contract from the government of Egypt.
Now, prosecutors claim that the 69-year-old senator secretly aided the government of Egypt in exchange for bribes. Menendez, however, says his record has been clear in holding Egypt accountable for its unjust actions.
Throughout my time in Congress, I have remained steadfast on the side of civil society and human rights defenders in Egypt and everywhere else in the world. If you look at my actions related to Egypt during the period described in this indictment and throughout my whole career, my record is clear and consistent in holding Egypt accountable for its unjust detention of American citizens and others, its human rights abuses, its deepening relationship with Russia, and efforts that have eroded the independence of the nation's judiciary, among a myriad of concerns.
Now, all those indicted in the case are expected to appear in a Manhattan federal court on Wednesday. Now, to discuss this further and the implications of this, we were earlier joined by our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who tells us about the reactions that have been pouring in from the Democrats on this new controversy. Let's listen in.
Menendez's indictment creates headache for Democrats going into 2024, hoping to hang on to their 51-49 majority in the Senate. And while Menendez hasn't said whether or not he will run again when his term ends next fall, these allegations and the indictment could provide an opening for Republicans. It also serves as an embarrassment for some Democrats who welcome Menendez back after recent allegations of corruption were dropped against him by prosecutors. Some Democrats have been vocal in calling for Menendez to resign, including New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, as well as Pennsylvania Democrat Senator John Fetterman. However, Menendez did agree to step down as the chairman of the powerful Foreign Relations Committee. Following this indictment, he's expected to have his first court appearance on Wednesday here in New York.
Susan further explained the possibility of the balance of power tilting towards the Republicans for the upcoming presidential elections without Menendez. Take a look.
So the charges against Menendez come near the end of his latest 6-year term, and he is up for re-election next year. Again, he hasn't said whether or not he plans to run, but we do know that a Democrat from New Jersey, Representative Andy Kim, has said that he will throw his hat in the race against Menendez. If his seat does go vacant, then New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy will have to fill that seat up. But it's also important to note that New Jersey is a very blue state, and it's very unlikely that a Republican will be able to snag this seat, notably in an election year where Democrats are very faithful and loyal to the party that they want to vote for, though new accusations of wrongdoing perhaps could play as a wild card.